In this lesson, we're going to discuss operating system vulnerabilities. Operating systems are pivotal in the functioning and protection of our digital devices because they bridge the gap between hardware and software to ensure that seamless interactions are going to occur. However, vulnerabilities within operating systems can pose significant security threats to our systems. These vulnerabilities include unpatched systems, zero-day vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, data exfiltration, and malicious updates. So, let's explore some of the vulnerabilities, their implications, and the measures that we can adopt to better secure our systems. First, we have unpatched systems. Unpatched systems refer to those operating systems that have not been updated with the latest security patches or fixes. These systems are highly susceptible to attack because they contain vulnerabilities that might have been addressed in newer updates. Since these unpatched systems are missing patches that protect us from known vulnerabilities, these systems are going to be considered to be put at significant risk of an attack because known vulnerabilities can be matched with existing exploits to execute a given attack against those systems. To overcome an unpatched system vulnerability, the easiest thing you can do is to ensure your operating system is up to date. By regularly updating and patching your systems, you can very effectively protect your devices from an attack. So, you should ensure that you have scheduled your systems to perform automatic updates or that you periodically check your systems to ensure the latest patches have been applied in order to keep your system secure. Second, we have zero-day vulnerabilities. Now, 0 days represent vulnerabilities in software or hardware that are unknown to the developer, and in essence, they are newly discovered vulnerabilities that have not yet been publicly disclosed yet. Now, since the developer isn't aware of the issue yet, they have 0 days to fix that issue, which is where the term 0 day comes from. Now, to protect against 0-day vulnerabilities, you should implement security solutions like a host-based intrusion prevention system known as an IPS. This allows you to detect and block suspicious activities that may occur on a given system. Additionally, you should try to maintain a good security posture through practices like frequent system and software updates, even if they don't address an unknown vulnerability like a 0-day, because they can still provide additional protection as a form of defense in depth against potential 0-day exploits in the future. Third, we have misconfigurations. Now, misconfigurations in an operating system are going to occur when the system settings are not properly configured, and this leaves your system vulnerable to exploitation. These configurations could be due to default settings that are not being changed, unnecessary services being left enabled, or security features being accidentally turned off. To safeguard against risks associated with misconfigurations, configuration management tools should be employed across your organizational network. These configuration management tools can help us in standardizing and automating the configuration process to ensure consistency and the elimination of human errors inside of your systems. You should also conduct periodic audits and reviews of your system configurations to identify and mitigate potential vulnerabilities that you can find inside of those systems. Now, fourth, we have data exfiltration. Data exfiltration refers to unauthorized data transfers from within an organization to an external location. Data exfiltration commonly occurs when an operating system's vulnerability is exploited and the attacker attempts to steal your data without your awareness. Now, protecting against data exfiltration involves multiple layers of defense, including the use of encryption and endpoint protection tools. Encryption of your data at rest will help to ensure that even if the data is accessed by an attacker, that data will remain unreadable and unusable to them. Also, you can implement endpoint protection tools on your systems to help monitor and restrict unauthorized data transfers on those devices. If you also implement a host-based firewall, for example, you can then use this to control the inbound and outbound traffic on a given system to ensure that your data isn't leaving your system without proper authorization. Fifth, we have malicious updates. Now, normally, we're going to see an update or a patch as a good thing for our security, but there are some cases where an attacker has been able to craft a malicious update to a well-known and trusted program in order to compromise the systems of the program's end users. With a malicious update, the update will masquerade as a legitimate security update or patch, but it actually contains some malicious code inside of it that effectively will inject malware or an exploit into your system when the update is installed. Now, to guard against a malicious update, it's crucial that you only source your updates from trusted vendors and official channels. Application allow listing will also be maintained to ensure that only recognized and safe applications are permitted to be run on your given system. Additionally, always verify the authenticity of updates through a digital signature or a hash before you install the update on your system. So remember, while the vulnerabilities in operating systems can be varied and sophisticated, including unpatched systems, 0-day vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, data exfiltration, and malicious updates, your protective measures don't always have to be complex in order for them to be effective. From patching regularly to encryption to configuration management, we have the ability to significantly enhance the security of our devices and our data by using some common defense in-depth measures.